CTV family.
$50,000 in your pocket sounds like something amazing. I know it is, but you need to work hard for it. You need to earn it. You need to earn the respect. You need to know what you're doing and need to be streetwise and business-wise. And if you think that there's no way you can do that by yourself, you needn't worry, because we've got Generation Africa who is about to launch you in that Entrepreneur of the Year, maybe of the century, if you listen attentively and very closely. If you do not know what Generation Africa is, well, we had Dickson Naftali on Thursday, and if you just tuned in and this is your first time learning about a Generation Africa, never fear when Llama is near, because I always bring you the goods. This is where we redefine education as well as information. Dickson is standing by via Skype, and he's going to be reintroducing himself, especially to you who just tuned in. Remember, Generation Africa is bringing that competition that could have you having dollars towards business yakho ifuna uyiqala, especially abantu abenza agriculture. Whether a female or a male and you want to participate, this is a gap that we are about to close, and Dickson is about to tell us one more time about your Generation Africa. The competition is the top 24 winners in the 18th June. The top 10 will be announced in the 10th August, and he's via Skype. Thank you so much, Dickson, for joining EKSE one more time. And for people who are first-time viewers of EKSE, or maybe they missed the episode that we were talking about your Generation Africa, can you please reintroduce what Generation Africa is and what it is about to do and change somebody's life or Lapha Africa? Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Llama. Nice to be here and nice talking to you again. My name is Dickson Naftali. I'm the head of Generation Africa. So Generation Africa is a partnership initiative that tries to grow entrepreneurs and transform the food systems. So entrepreneurs in agri-food systems are supported by Generation Africa. And we are the people behind the GoGettaz competition. Very exciting, with applications that are already coming in. And very soon we are going to close the applications, and then we select the semi-finalists, and then we select finalists and get the two grand winners, a man and a woman, who's going to win $50,000.
There we go.
So yeah, maybe.
Yes, I understand that last month there was a survey conducted, and entrepreneurs shared their challenges that came along with the COVID-19. What were your findings when you collected this survey?
Oh yeah, great. That's a good question. We had a survey that involved around more than 200 entrepreneurs, and what we got back is that 11% of the entrepreneurs told us that they face a danger of closing down their businesses because of COVID-19. I mean, that's how bad it is. Another 39% told us that they might contract business-wise. Another 30% told us that they will maintain the status quo. And another 20% told us that they will grow their businesses because of innovation that is coming in and the new unique space that they have to occupy on the food supply chain. And so we went further to ask, apart from the risks, what else the entrepreneurs are interested in, and they told us finance is a big problem for them. They need grants, they need low interest loans. They told us the other thing is education on mobile commerce and online platforms, so that they can convert from selling traditionally and start selling using the online platforms. And the third one, they said they need policies to be changed by the government to favor small entrepreneurs. And these are things like tax reduction and all that. So that is why we took all these results and made a call to action through our Generation Africa ambassadors. And they are helping us to really push this message and the collective voice of entrepreneurs to policymakers, to influencers, and to also other decision makers.
Yeah, how has the influencers taken the challenge that Generation Africa ambassadors put forward to them, because they need to they need to encourage other influencers to come up with solutions during these difficult times. How has the influencers taken up on this challenge?
Yeah, so we've had a round of meetings with a lot of these influencers, and this involves development agents, this involves governments, it involves banks, and we've passed over these messages on many meetings that we've held, and they have taken it positively. And so we are really hoping to see changes coming up. And some of the entrepreneurs, we made sure that they are part of this working group as we did the webinars, and they presented their problems live. So solutions were being given there live with the development partners and also with governments and banks. So we are hoping that the issue of finance, the issue of policy, and the issue of education for entrepreneurs can be addressed.
That's the Dickson. An African child is a doer. An African child is a believer. An African child is powerful, and they are worthy to be given a task so that they can prove themselves. And I'm sure when Generation Africa made a call out to all grown Africans and Abantu that are growing up to be entrepreneurs, a number of people put forward their entries. Are you at liberty of telling us about how many entries that you have collected so far, so that they enter this competition?
Yes, thank you very much. We now have over 300 entries that are completed and are with us and are going review. But we also have, amazingly, another 3,000 applications that have started but have not been completed. So this is to encourage the applicants to finish, because by 18th of June, we are going to close down the applications that are coming in. And we really want to encourage the women applicants, especially. The numbers for women applicants is low, to apply and complete their applications in the system.
Yeah, I understand that you're encouraging female entrepreneurs to enter the GAP competition.
Yes, we encourage them. And for example, we have an online course also for free for agripreneurs. And we want to give the first 800 slots to women, and this is only 1,000 applications for the online course. So we want the girl child and the woman entrepreneur to also come up, just like the male child.
Yeah. How are we planning to announce the top 24, the top 10, and stuff like that, and when are these dates?
Great. So our top 24, who we are calling our semi-finalists, are going to be announced on 10th of July. That's the next month. And our top 10 will go down to top 10, who we are calling our finalists. Those ones are going to be announced on 5th of August. And then the two winners of 50,000 each, a man and a woman, are going to be announced in September, first week of September, at a virtual pitch finals event that is going to be done virtually this year.
Are we announcing anything today?
Today, we are not announcing anything, but we just want to say that by 18th of June, we are going to be closing the applications, and so people need to put them in as fast as possible.
All right. We are celebrating Youth Month in South Africa. I want to know what is Generation Africa doing to celebrate Youth Month as a whole in Africa? I understand that the competition is a huge deal, but is there anything else that you guys are behind?
Yeah, so we are behind the voice of entrepreneur, and we have some topical discussions to just do with young agripreneurs every month through a members group. And then we normally conduct research as well affecting the young agripreneurs and make sure that that is presented on our Generation Africa Ambassadors group. And so these are the main things. We want to create an ecosystem framework for countries that are trying to push youth into agribusiness and give advice and become that center of excellence to make sure that the young agripreneurs thrive in agriculture.
Something that is so exciting for me, Dickson, when I learned about this, I was like, oh my goodness. It is the free online entrepreneur course. That is Agripreneurship, that's what you call it? Agripreneurship Alliance. That is free online. Tell us more about that. I'm so excited.
Excellent. So the Agripreneurship course is a 10 weeks course dedicated to young agripreneurs and anybody wanting to come into agripreneurship. And so it's going to be offered free online to 1,000 applicants. So it will be on a first come, first served basis. And so I really encourage the entrepreneurs to go for it. You can get this on our Twitter handle, GoGettaz Africa, on Facebook, GoGettaz.Africa, and on LinkedIn, Generation Africa. So this course is offered by an institution called the Agripreneurship Alliance, and together with another institution for Africa Management Institution, which has a lot of experience in these courses. So it's going to be a valuable course, and every young entrepreneur should try it out.
Yes, the closing date, of course, is the 18th of June, which is the coming next Thursday. One more time, Dickson, let us know what's the criteria, who can enter, and who is eligible to win this 50,000 rand, 50,000 US dollars, rather, before we let you go.
Yes, so any person who has applied for the GoGettaz becomes an eligible applicant also for the Agripreneurship Alliance course. And so it is free for all youth between 18 and 35 who are in agripreneurship. Just go in and place your application.
What a time to be African, what a time to be alive. Thank you so much to Dickson and the rest of the Generation Africa team that are set to flip the tables and make and put a shine up our gooey African continent, because African child, you are able to do whatever you set your mind to, especially when there are people like Dickson and Generation Africa to give an extending hand to say that we support you and we believe in you. Thank you so much, Dickson and the rest of your team.
Thank you so much, Llama.
All right then, ladies and gents, that's it for now. We'll chat to them next time when they give us those announcements. Hopefully that you'll be one of the 24 that is chosen to vie for the prize of 50,000 US dollars.
CTV family.